Welcome to the Temple of Hip Hop Culture. Peace, much love, and know this. What you're about to experience is not designed for the average rap fan. We know that you have real decisions that you must make in your life immediately. We know that you desire more for yourself. It is not unlikely that you are beginning to feel that the people around you are holding you back. The mere fact that you have this indicates that you are seeking, exploring, searching. You are not looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. You are seeking to establish victory over the streets. Relax now. Be at peace and allow your heart to overstand the inner meaning of this instruction. Lesson 1 begins with our teacher KRS-One speaking on the fundamentals of hip-hop.
Many people admire hip-hop, but not everyone can interpret hip-hop. This takes a certain sight, and many people are simply too afraid to go where hip-hop originates from. In both a physical as well as a mental sense, they admire and enjoy rap music, but are afraid to live and seek out hip-hop's true lifestyle. Know this: in our early days, during the Age of Light, there was no term hip-hop, yet we existed. We could not say, yo, I'm representing true hip-hop, because there was no true hip-hop. There was only us. This concept may be difficult for some to grasp, but try to imagine or remember the 1970s, a time when there was no hip-hop culture. There was the mainstream American pop culture, and that was it. If you were not accepted by the mainstream, you did not exist. Blacks, Latinos, and whites that were rejected by the American mainstream of the 70s were left for dead. No jobs, poor housing, poor health care, police brutality, and poor education led many to their deaths. In the Platinum Age, we saw our parents somewhat successful, engaging and further developing the world. But in the 70s, we watched as our parents were assassinated, experimented on, incarcerated, and rejected. As a result of the 70s experience, we, the youth of this age, developed inner city survival strategies that were to enhance the quality of inner city life. Survival strategies such as street language, street fashion, street knowledge, street entrepreneurships, breaking, MCing, graffiti art, DJing, and beatboxing saved many. Still, many of us suffered the same fate as our parents. Our whole generation was labeled X because we were doomed for failure and had already been written off by the mainstream of the 70s. This was a time when corruption and lawlessness and hate existed openly and freely in society. The rule of law was ignored and God was declared dead. Attuned hip-hoppers knew they were hip-hop because it was who we were that was called hip-hop. It was our character, our way of viewing the world, our sight that became hip-hop culture. It was our spirit, our inner being, our God within that manifested the 9 elements. While others indulged in money, sex, and over-intoxication, attuned hip-hoppers developed strategies that freed them from the oppressive and unjust systems of inner city life. Others achieved a limited and short-lived success through rap music, while attuned hip-hoppers enjoyed long success and peace of mind through the correct application of the principles found in this recording. During the Golden Age, we naively presented our elements freely for the benefit of all true hip-hoppers. Unfortunately, others began imitating our elements without proper knowledge of purpose. Know this: just because you witness hip-hop's elements does not mean that you can accurately interpret and present the element you have witnessed. The assumption was that hip-hop's elements required no training, practice, or apprenticeship. Many people, hip-hoppers included, felt that anything young and black was acceptable as hip-hop. In addition, because the attuned hip-hoppers had mastered hip-hop's elements, they equally made it look easy when presenting it to the public. When young hip-hoppers began to abandon hip-hop's system of apprenticeship, To simply imitate the attuned hip-hoppers of the golden age, hip-hop's sight was lost from public access. As a result, the hip-hop community lost its continuity and sense of meaning and purpose. Fat shoelaces, name buckles, nylon dress socks over athletic tube socks, graffiti art on jean jackets and pants, slap boxing, terms like fresh, fly, duck, Vic, chill out, and word all reflected a unique inner city mentality that is no longer publicly available. The hip-hoppers of the 70s that first expressed the sight were either killed, incarcerated, or joined the workforce. There was not many of us to begin with, and the mainstream of the 70s made sure only a few of us would survive in the future. Over time, only a limited collection of our elements remained. Everything else, like Skelly, puffed up sneakers, boom boxes, and the sight, slowly faded away. The 9 elements we experience today are but shadows of a great inner city collective consciousness that no one really cared enough about to.
Hip-hop is not rap music. Rap is something you do. Hip-hop is something you live. Hip-hop is an awareness, a revelation, a way to be, a style of life, a blessing, a voice that originates in the realm of the spirit. Hip-hop is not a material thing. It is invisible, free, and divine. As an alternative behavior, hip-hop enables us to transform subjects and objects in an attempt to describe and/or change the character and desires of our inner being.
The true hip-hopper understands that hip-hop is not over there somewhere, external of self. It is our collective creativity emanating from God within self. To say, I am hip-hop, morally means we are aware that what we think and do is also who we are. We are the voice of our God. Saying I am hip-hop intellectually means I am my own strategy for self-improvement. I am the blessing. Likewise, hip-hop culture must view itself as its own strategy towards survival, stability, and continued growth.